In the last two seasons, we've only got as far as the first round of the FA Cup. This season, we've hit the heady heights of a fourth round. Today, we're against League One opposition. We shouldn't be worried because we've already knocked out some League One opposition. Can we do it again? Let's go and find out. Hello and welcome to episode 44 of To Be a Legend. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we have for you two games. First of all, that FA Cup fourth round against Wycombe Wanderers. Can we go to the giddy heights of fifth round? Not so sure. And then we play Crawley Town for the third episode running, I think it is. We play Crawley Town in this time in League Two, having taken two bites at the cherry to get past them in the FA Cup third round, as is previously. I'm sure you've been looking at the screen that we've got up here, which is what's been happening since you were last with us, but more pending news. I think we go to the transfer screen and you'll see Nick McAllister is leaving us for Partick Thistle in July. At the end of the season, he's out on loan at the moment. Where is he at loan? On loan. He's on loan. Does it tell me in here where he is? Where are you? I'll try and find him in a minute. Where he is. Transfer status, that'll tell us, won't it? He's on loan at Bromley. I knew he'd find it somewhere. I thought it told you on that other screen, but there you go. I live and learn. Nick McAllister's going out, but more interestingly, we have brought in two players outside of the transfer window, I hasten to add, because I think last time you were with us, transfer window-wise, it wasn't happening. But we did finish up bringing two players in because they're free transfers. They can come in at any time within certain parameters, and we can register them because they are free transfers. So Rafferty Pedder is a first man in. He is a 3-star current ability, 4-star potential ability. He is a midfielder. The reason we've gone for him really is because Greaves wants to leave. We've got a number of players midfield that want to leave. He's young. I wasn't going to take a chance that he wouldn't be around in the summer if we wanted it. We will hemorrhage some players, I'm sure. Even if we go up, he can also play as an attacking mid as well, though he's not so good in attacking mid. But it just gives us the options if we pick up injuries, things like that. But as you'll see, he's quite good as a ball-winning midfielder, box-to-box midfielder, Mazzala, and so on. Attributes-wise, not too bad. A little bit of pace, a little bit of acceleration. Anticipation's not too fantastic, but we'll see how he gets on. He's here until 2027, and as he's always, brought him in for free, and he's worth some money. So we at worst case scenario, we can always offload him a little bit. And he's a good little buy. And I think we'll be okay with him. So that's Rafferty Pedder, who's come in for us in midfield. That's our first one. And then you may or may not be aware that we did pick up an injury to Harry Williams. And he's out for a while. We'll have a look at that in a minute. So immediately I thought we're going to be a bit short for cover at the back. And this man was available on a free. Kieran Brown. He's been previously at Oxford United, was released from them, and has obviously been knocking around. Not played first half of the season. Previously played for Cardiff in the Championship. He's also been in Scotland quite a bit. So he's been around. Not fantastic average ratings, but you never know what he can do. He's got League One experience as well. which will stand us in good stead, assuming we go up, of course. So Kieran Brown is the man. He's just come in really as cover for a thing. He's only with us until the end of next season. So again, we'll see how he goes. If worst case scenario is he's not doing it, we could sell him on for a little bit of money, no doubt. Rafty Pedder, I didn't check to see where he'd been previously. Well, there you go. Previously, he's come from the Tottenham Academy. He's played at Queen's Park Rangers in the Championship. Again, not done a great deal, but he has played for them. So, yeah, I don't think that's too bad at all. 3.5-star current ability for Kieran, 4-star potential ability. So he can play which is where we'll probably use him more often than not as a central defender, but can also play out on the left as well, which is quite handy. Not particularly suitable for a wing-back role, but I'm sure we can use him if we get really, really stuck. So there are 2 players coming in. Nobody else has gone out since Manny Norquette. And if I'd just hopped to this screen, I'd have realised that Nick McAllister had gone to Bromley, but there you go. So Nick McAllister won't be coming out. Well, he'll come back and then go back out again, of course, as it turns out. Right, what's been going on since you were last with us? We last played Crawley Town, that FA Cup third round replay, which gives us today's game against Wycombe Wanderers, a 4-2 win in that game. Then we beat Cambridge United by 3-2, going back to our 4-3-3-2 defensive midfielders. And we've stuck with that, played around a little bit. Still 2 defensive midfield. We've gone to a 4-4-2 against Chesterfield, and that was all right. And then we played Bradford City. We went back to our 4-2-3-1, and that ended up going a bit wonky. So we've gone back to the 4-3-3-2 defensive midfielders against Doncaster and beat them 3-1. So Lewis Walker getting the 2 goals against Chesterfield. Therese Omatoy getting one of the goals. In fact, I think he scored first in that game against Bradford City. And then Lewis Walker again on the score sheet. Romain Mundell and Patrick Gamble deep in injury time. Well, not deep in injury time, but in injury time at the end of the game. Making it a tidy 3-1 win against Doncaster. How does that leave us in the table? We were top when you were last with us. We are still top, of course. But not only are we top, pretty much the games in hand have disappeared as well, which means that we can look at this properly and can tell you that we are 19 points clear of Leyton Orient, who are in second place. Crawley Town have a game in hand in third, so it's possible that that 19 points is only 16 points if Crawley Town win. But we have got them in the second game today, which means that is a 6-pointer. And if we win that game against Crawley Town, I think, in my head, we're pretty much there, in as much as don't think anybody's going to catch us. There are 14 games left to play. 42 points available. At the moment, we would need 93 points to be assured of promotion. We're a little way off that yet. Not far off it, but we are a little way off that yet. So we're not going to see that in the next couple of episodes. I think that's pretty much all to tell you. One other notable thing just to mention while we're here on this screen is player stats. Omatoy is the top scorer in League 2, 24 goals. Butler Odijay is second on 16 with Hugel from Crawley Town. Omatoy has the best average rating at 7.38. He's got the second best amount of assists. In fact, first for the assists as well. 8 assists. He's also had 7 player of the matches. So all in all, he's up there with pretty much everybody as far as stats are concerned. The question is, will he get a start today? That is the big question. Right, Wycombe Wanderers first up then in the FA Cup, 4th round. Can we hit the heady heights of 5th round? And a draw, we'll see. Adams Park it is then for this match. And there is a full League 2 programme going on, so we'll have a game in hand again after this match. Wycombe Wanderers, as I said, League 1. currently 16th in League One. So not having a fantastic season, but they're not having a bad season either. The man we need to watch is the man that's gone to Bristol City in real life, Anis Mehmeti. He is a little bit of an awkward player, shall I say. So we'll need to keep one eye on him today in this particular game. Right, all said and done, let's get on with the episode, get into it and find out whether we can play and beat Wycombe Wanderers for a chance to get to the 5th round of the FA Cup. And the team that faces Wycombe in this Emirates FA Cup match, Killip is in goal. Scanlon, our new recruit, Kieran Brown, comes in to central defence alongside Gamble. Kyle MacDonald is out on the right. Hume and Patterson as the defensive midfielders. Mundell in front of them. And it's Barrington and Smith as the wide attacking midfield behind Omatoy, who gets the nod up front. I did sort of like my assistant was telling me Dobby, and I hope I'm not going to be bitten in the bum here, but as you'll see, Omatoy, he's on reasonably good form. And I'm not saying Lewis Dobby isn't, but he scored 17 goals, which is great, but he just, I don't know. Pricebeck is our reserve goalkeeper. He is on the bench today alongside Smith, Viner, Linton, Greaves, Pedder, who is our other new player who we may get to see later on in the game, Dudzak, Walker, and Dobby. I think the only thing we've got to be very, very careful of here is, again, if we manage to get through to the 5th round, we have a number of players that are on yellow cards. One more yellow card for any of these 4, and we could end up having them suspended for the next match, which could cause us a few problems, but we've got to get there first. And this is how the teams face off against one another today. And one interesting thing I'll tell you about in a moment, looking at the Wycombe Wanderers team. But that is our formation as we've been playing with this little triangle in defensive midfield. But the Wycombe Wanderers team is Sterick in goal, Law, Astley, Murray, Campbell, and Darikwa. The defensive line, Foyo as the defensive midfielder, Gape and Mahetmi, I can never pronounce his name, Mahetmi, in central defence. Now, interestingly, he's quite a wide player and does play now. I'm not sure whether he is on here, and I'm not going to look at him for fear that he might do something, the old FM hoodoo. But I had expected him to have been playing out wide. Paddington and Horgan are the wide players behind Soji up front, and on the bench, Langley and Menahes, Young, Edwards, Law, Mawson, Obita, Tebo, and Apaya Forson. As I said, Alex Neil is their manager. I'm just going to pause it there before we continue. You will see that we've actually got the 3rd kit into the game now. Did a few tweaks a while back, and we're playing in our purpley pink shirts with blue shorts and white stockings. So that's how we're playing. And oh dear, we're going to be in trouble here. Is Hume going to get a red card? He is. Oh man. 5 minutes in, and Hume has picked up a red card. Not what we wanted. We're going to have to go to a normal central midfield, but we'll play with one player on a defensive role. Let's have a look and see what deep line player maker on defense, I think. And then what we will play is we'll put him as a Mazzala on support. And what we're going to have to do now is I'm going to have to put these two on attack, I think. Change them to attacking. Purely because is Johnny Smith is better as an inverted winger, isn't he? Yes. Let's switch him to an inverted winger on attack. because we've lost our two attackings in midfield now. So we've got to balance it up a little bit. Right, let's see what happens now. Down to 10 men, that's not good. And they have a free kick, our first proper highlight. 21 minutes in. Murray Campbell. And Sodji's through. And round the goalkeeper. But it's been saved. And it's cleared into touch. We have a corner. Barrington with that corner swings it in. It's headed clear. Smith will get there. He's got it to Brown. Brown to Barrington. Barrington. Can he get this into the area? He's going to go all the way himself. And it's come off for a corner. I think it was offside, actually. Sodji. And stay on your feet, man. Long ball. Looking for this. Surely offside. Sodji's there. It's Brown saves it. Scallon. So he's doing his job already. Paddington to Gape. It's inside to Paddington, who's gone on a run. He's had a shot from there, and I think it's gone out for a goal kick. They have a corner. Horgan with the corner. Swung in, but it's headed clear by Gamble. Omatoy. Omatoy, nice play. He needs a bit of support, though. He has it with Patterson. Tried to get it forward again while Omatoy going on a bit of a run. But they're definitely outnumbering us. Mohamedi. Ball forward. Sodji's there. He's the danger man. Gamble wins it. It's got it off his head. It's come off the crossbar. We've riding our luck at the moment. Another corner. Horgan with the corner. Swung in. Smith. And it's just gone wide. And half-time comes. We're down to 10 men and we are feeling it. Wycombe Wanderers have had 10 shots. 3 on target. 1.26. 51% of the possession. We've had 2 shots. Nothing on target. 0.30. 49% of the possession. It's not been a bad first half. I just wonder what would happen had we had a full complement of players on the pitch. But getting players sent off so early on, not good. And we've brought Pedder on for Patterson. And this ball, just gone over the top. And they have a free kick, Mohamedi. It's come back off the woodwork and Sodji just puts it away. Killip beaten and 57 minutes on the clock and we are a goal down and I don't think there's a way. With 10 men, I don't think there's a way back. Killip completely out thingied there. And with 62 minutes on the clock and a goal down, we're going to have to try and change up a bit. As I said, Pedder is in there as a ball-winning midfielder. I think we're going to change him up to ball-winning midfielder on support to try and do... It's no good going defensive now, is it, really? Let's face it. So we're going to put him as the ball-winning midfielder. We've brought on Lewis Walker for Smith, who wasn't having a good game. And Carl McDonald was tired, so Zach Viner has come on at the back for him. We got one change that we have left to make, and it could be Luca Barrington because he's playing rubbish as well. Albeit, I am tempted to switch these two over. Luca Barrington can play as that winger on that side, and Walker, he can play either as an inverted winger or whatever on that side. So that's what we'll do. Let's see if we can get back on terms. I think it's a bit of a tall order, and it could be the 4th round is as far as we're going to go in the FA Cup this season. And another highlight, Mohamedi. Went through, but Killip was there. It's a penalty. Oh, man. And Darekwa. Well saved by Killip. And that if that's a little bit of a turning point, it might be. Darekwa, Killip, lovely save. Scanlon with a throw-in on this near side to Dobby. Scanlon back over the top to Dobby. And he tried to cut it back inside, but too close to the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper is going to launch this one. Header underneath that. Mundell. Barrington. A draw and taken back to our place for a replay. Oh, that's a poor ball. Gamble heads it down for Mundle, but Mundle not having any of it, and Brown is dispossessed. Soji, but it's Killip has made a fantastic save again. He's playing well in goal today. He has definitely saved us as it currently stands. Mehmeti with this corner. An outswinger. It's headed clear by Gamble. Edwards chips it across to Dakiwa. Astley, Scanlon heads it back out, but only as far as Astley. Scanlon, Mundle, Walker. Back to Mundle. Mundle goes out wide looking for Barrington. Barrington! Oh! How unlucky. Barrington with this corner. Can we get something from here? Oh no. And it's all over. We've lost 1-0. And I think, bearing in mind, we were down to 10 men for, 84 minutes of that game. 1-0. And a bit of luck as well in the fact that they missed a penalty. I don't think it's too bad. We had 3 shots, none of them on target. Albeit I would have thought that Barrington one was on target. Really? 50% of the possession, 0.37. We were outplayed. 19 shots, 9 on target. 3.27. They probably should have had more goals than we did. But Ben Killip, a player of the match in making the save, and he made some other saves really as well. But Luca Barrington and Omatoy both having a real poor day up front. It was not the best of days, and we probably didn't see the best of Kieran Brown or Pedder, to be fair, thrown in at the deep end. Because of that sending off. It would have been interesting to see what would have happened had we not had the sending off. I think we probably would have given ourselves a fairly good account. But there we go. That's the end of our FA Cup exploits this year. Let's go and have a look and see what's happened in League 2. And this is what's happened in League 2. And this is what's happened to the table. So as it stands, Crawley Town losing, which is good news for us. As it currently stands, because that is now a 6-pointer. Leyton Orient did win. They beat Colchester by a 1-0. So they have closed that gap for the time being down to just 16 points. But if we can win against Crawley Town, then we'll open that up again to 19 points. And obviously Crawley Town will be out of it from that point of view. So as it currently stands, we're 23 points clear of Wimbledon in 4th place in the playoffs, and the outside the playoffs, Exeter City on 48. By my reckoning, that is something like 29. 20 plus 9 is 77. Yes, 29 points clear of that. So. With, I think, as we worked out, 42 points left to go. So that's how it is. Northampton Stevenage in the relegation zone at the moment on 30 points. Doncaster just outside on 31 points. So that's how that round of games has gone, which takes us to our second game of the episode. It's against Crawley Town. Let's hope for a better result and no sending offs. Unlike the game against Wickham, we have a number of players that are not available. Greaves is suspended. Hume, obviously, with that sending off, is suspended. We got Harry Williams out with a thigh strain. Daniel Pike is doubtful. He's been out with a twisted ankle. They're missing a couple of players. But all in all, it's going to be a bit of a tall order. Past meetings against Crawley Town. League 2, we beat them by a 1-0 earlier in the season at their place. 1-1 draw at our place in the third round of the FA Cup, and then beat them at their place 4-2 in the replay. We haven't beaten them at our place yet. Let's see if we can do so today. And so the team that will face Crawley in this League 2 match, it's 6-pointer. If we can win this, I think we're pretty much on our way to we are on our way to League 1, hopefully, unless things go dramatically wrong. The team then that will face Crawley is Killip in goal, Scanlon. Brown makes his second appearance in central defence alongside Smith this time, and Viner playing in the right back position. Raymond, Patterson in the defensive midfield. Raymond, of course, coming in for the suspended Hume. Dudazak will start as the central midfielder. Omatoy and Moss are our wide players, with Walker up front. Pricebeck, Linton, Gamble, McDonald, Smith, Pedder and Dobby on the bench for this one. And this is how the two sides match up. We're playing our 4-2-1-2-1 or 4-3-3, whichever way you look at it. And Crawley Town are playing a 4-1-2-3 with a defensive midfielder. Crawley Town currently third in the table. First highlight, 21 minutes in. It's a free kick. Smith with the free kick. Brown fires one forward looking for Walker. Didn't find him, but Patterson tidies up in midfield and comes forward. He's into the box. Can he get a cross in? He's been tackled, and no is the answer. Held that ball up for slightly too long, but Smith is there in defence. Moss. Patterson going out wide looking for Viner on the overlap. Didn't find him, but Dudazak wins the ball. Dudazak, his fourth goal of the season. And they were hunting for it almost there. The Crawley Town defence a little bit wanting there. And Dudazak was in, sneaked in and won it and scored. Dudazak again, he's been felled by Clifton, and surely he's got a red card, and he's off, and they're down to 10. As we know, we don't always capitalise on 10 men. Done it before. And come out the wrong end of a result. And that one's over the top. Tilly's in, and he scored. Exactly what I was saying. What is it with us? And I don't really know what to say about that first half. 5 shots, 4 on target, 0.64, 48% of the possession. Crawley Town had 3 shots, 1 on target, which was the goal that they scored. 0.18, 52% of possession. They're down to 10 men. We need to beat them. And Smith is on for Walker as we get our first highlight. 53 minutes in. And we've given the ball away again. And they are down to 10 men and they're not acting like it. We need to win this ball back. Come on. Brown getting in there. Smith forward for Omatoy. Omatoy controls the ball nicely. Can he put it away? Yes, he can. 28th goal of the season. And Tyrese Omatoy puts us in front again. Now that looks a bit more like a team that are playing against 10 men. Lovely ball from Smith, who's come on for Lewis. Omatoy winning that ball back. Smith on again to Omatoy. Omatoy, what's he going to do with this? Patterson into, and Omatoy scores his 29th too in a short space of time, and with 59 on the clock, we're 3-1 up. That's a bit more like it. And I think it's the injection of Smith on that wing has made a difference. Mind you, it's a good ball through from Patterson and Omatoy following up. But he still had to put it away. And we have a highlight from kickoff. And they have brought on a substitute, which we will need to deal with in due course. Assuming they don't get one back too quickly, but that's cut out by Patterson. Good play by Patterson on to Omatoy, who's now looking at a hat-trick, but Smith is out there. That ball cleared. Scanlon, who's come forward on a foray. Smith is tackled, but still got the ball. He's into the area himself, has a go, but it's not hit with a lot of conviction. And with nearly 71 minutes on the clock, we made 4 changes. Well, we haven't made 4 changes. We made 3 more changes because we had made that change. Lewis Walker, and I'll tell you now, the reason I took Lewis Walker off at half-time is when we did the half-time team talk and basically told him to buck his ideas up. He was playing badly. He lost focus. So if you lose focus and you've been told off, you're not going to play in the second half. Simple as that. So Lewis Walker was taken off for Johnny Smith, and what a change that has made with Tyrese Omatoy going up front and Johnny Smith coming in on that left side as a winger. And he's turned it around a little bit. Perry Moss not having such a good game out on the right, but we haven't really got anybody to replace him at the moment. So the other 3 changes then, Clear and Brown, he's getting a bit tired, not having such a good game today either. So Patrick Gamble is on for him. Jaden Redmond has come off for Kyle McDonald just to shore up that defensive midfield. And that leaves us with 1 change left to make. And we'll give it a little bit longer and make that change. And we have a free kick. Johnny Smith with the free kick. It'd be good for him to get a goal. Oh, it's come back off the woodwork. And with 81 minutes on the clock, we make a final choice. Despite the fact that he's on a hat-trick, Tyrese Omatoy is coming off for Lewis Dobby to see this game out. And that is our final change. And they have a free kick. Nearly 3 minutes into injury time. Going into the 4th minute. They're going to get another one back here and make it a bit thingy for the last couple of minutes. And that's a good save by Killip. Killip using his height there. Mason with an in-swinger. Gamble heads it clear to, but only as far as Khalil. Strickland on the edge of the area. And it's still bobbing around there. Still need to get rid of it. Still need to defend. And McDonald wins that ball. And it's all over. It's a 3-1 win against Crawley Town. 6 points in effect. And I think that has pretty much signed us up to League One for next season. Much better than the first game of the episode. Duddy Zach, 22 minutes, got us underway. James Tilley equalising after 38, but Omatoy in 5 minute double, 54 and 59, give us a 3-1 lead and a 3-1 win. And a fine day at the office, 14 shots, 8 on target, that's more than 50%, 1.80, 45% of the possession. They had 5 shots, 2 on target, 0.22. 55% of the possession. That's good stuff. Let's have a look and see how much of a gap we've got at the table with everybody having played 33 games. And with everybody having played 33 games, confirm that we are 19 points clear of Leyton Orient now in second place. Crawley are in third on 58. So we are, by my reckoning, 22 points clear of Crawley Town, 19 points clear of Leyton Orient, and 26 points clear of Wimbledon outside of the automatics. Something has got to go badly wrong for us to miss out on that. 39 points available from the remaining 13 games. So on my reckoning, that is 39. 9 is 63. 93 points to be guaranteed promotion at the moment. So 13 points away from that. 4 wins, basically, and we could be there in that top. As it currently stands, Exeter outside the playoff places on 48. So we are, 32 points clear of them? 32 points clear of them. With, 39 points available. We're almost certainly very shortly guaranteed a playoff place as a bare minimum. 39, it's going to make that 57, 87 points. Yeah, 7 points away from a guaranteed playoff place. So that's not bad going. Two more decent wins, and who knows? We could be guaranteed that playoff place by the time we come back for the next episode. Talking about the next episode, obviously no FA Cup or Cup matches to play now, so we're going to be ramping down towards the end of the season. Going to play Carlisle, Cheltenham and Woking offline. We're going to come back at the start of March for Stevenage and Rochdale. So as it currently stands, it'll be Stevenage, Rochdale, Wimbledon and Colchester, and Crewe and Exeter City are the 3 episodes taking us up to the end of the season to see where we go and see whether we can manage to secure that promotion. Obviously, that will change if we are likely to secure promotion or playoff places possibly by the time we get there. So at the moment, it's Carlisle, Cheltenham and Woking offline, but we could be back for Woking. If you see we come back for Woking in the next episode, there's a very good chance we're about to secure at least a playoff place in the next episode. Well, hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, don't forget to leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe and hit the notification button. That will keep you up to date with all future episodes of To Be a Legend and our other series, Making Chelsea Stand Proud, and a new series as and when they are released. And of course, with the Chelsea series coming to an end in the not too distant future, we will be releasing a new series. So stay tuned to find out what that is. And in fact, if you want to keep up to date with what's happening on this channel and when we're going to release stuff and all the rest of it, you need to follow me on Twitter. At JustOffside2 is the place to do it. It's down below. New episodes of To Be a Legend are released every Monday and Thursday at 4:15 p.m. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you for the next episode. It'll be episode 45. If you're not watching the Chelsea series, why not? But otherwise, have a good weekend. And we'll see you on Monday. Till then, goodbye.